In this video we are going to talk about 10 animals you need to run away from. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. There are millions of animal species on the planet. Some of them are quite innocuous, silently going about their daily lives, while others are downright dangerous. Today, we'll take a look at 10 of the deadliest creatures you should avoid. Keep an eye out for number 1 and keep away from it. The amount of people killed by these animals is mind-boggling. Number 10. Swan. Stunning in their elegance and romantic in their simplicity. Chances are good that if you see one swimming in a lake, you'll want to feed it and perhaps even touch it. Don't. Humans are perceived as a threat by them, as are most wild creatures. Whenever you feed them, they'll come closer to you, and when they get close enough, they'll bite your hand off. This is especially true if you are holding food that they believe should be theirs as well. Simply said, keep your distance from the group. Number 9. Komodo Dragons. Okay, so not everyone finds Komodo dragons endearing, but those of you who do should be on the lookout for them. The bite of these reptiles is extremely lethal. Their saliva is among the most lethal substances ever discovered by man. Not only is it poison, but it is also bacteria. It dwells in the dragon's mouth and can be transferred into your bloodstream with a single bite of the dragon's tongue. In most cases, everything bit completes within 24 hours. Thank you, but no thanks. Number 8. Leopard Seal. Leopard seals are almost too adorable to be true. Something about their silky skin makes you want to reach out and touch them on the cheek. This is especially true if you happen to catch them splashing around in the pool. But don't be deceived by the appearance. These individuals are combative. They've been known to attack researchers who go a little too close, and while a single bite may not be fatal, it can cause severe damage. Number 7. Kangaroo. A jumping, furry mammal with its kid in a pouch can be frightening, but what exactly is it that scares people? We can certainly train and control these animals. Don't get your hopes up just yet. Our dogs, on the other hand, are at risk of being attacked by kangaroos, despite the fact that the latter have no direct conflict with humans. Avoid allowing your puppy to get too close to these creatures if you are walking your dog and you happen to see one of these animals. Often, people are caught in the thick of a kangaroo assault because they are unprepared for it. Number 6. Slow loris. These small creatures are around the size of a teddy bear and have the appearance of a miniature Ewok. Nothing could be more adorable than this. However, if you happen to spot one, keep as far away from it as possible. Despite the fact that babies appear to like being picked up and held, the chances are that they feel exactly the opposite way. They'll bite if they feel threatened, and their bites are packed with a toxin that is deadly and quickly kills the victim. Number 5. Sharks. We're not talking about a specific species of shark here, rather, we're talking about the entire shark family as a whole. Although Hollywood movies and the media frequently portray sharks as savage predators who devour and destroy everything in their path, this portrayal is vastly exaggerated, and many shark species are quite harmless to people in their natural habitats. Shark attacks occur approximately 75 times each year, with the majority of incidents resulting from a misinterpretation that a surfer resembles a seal. Only 10 of these attacks, on the other hand, result in the death of the victim. With that stated, while sharks, particularly the great white and bull sharks, are extremely powerful predators that should always be respected, they do not regard people as food in the traditional sense. In other words, if you're afraid of sharks, don't think of them as the terrifying monsters that kill thousands of people every year, because that is just not the case. Number 4. Ants. It seems counterintuitive to believe that ants are more deadly than sharks, but that is exactly what happens. However, the reality is that they are. While sharks are responsible for an average of 10 fatalities each year, ants are responsible for 3 times that many. Ant attacks are responsible for approximately 30 deaths per year. One species in particular to keep an eye out for is the bulldog ant. This red, angry-looking variation of ant is one of the largest and most aggressive species of ants on the planet, and it is also one of the most difficult to kill. In addition to having huge mandibles, they also have poisonous stings that inflict tremendous pain in humans that can linger for many days, making it the most painful insect sting on the planet. Its aggressiveness is such that when the ant is sliced in half, the head and the tail will actually battle and attempt to kill each other. Another ant that ought to be mentioned is the bullet ant. They are infamous for having one of the most excruciating stings on the planet. In South America, it is known as the 24-hour ant because the pain you feel after being stung can last for up to 24 hours after you have been stung by it. Some victims have even said that being stung by this ant was as painful as being shot with a gun. Number 3. Bees and wasps. Bees and wasps should have ranked higher on our ranking of the world's most deadly animals. The difficulty is that no one in the world is actively keeping count of the number of people who have died as a result of their actions. Each year, 50 people in the United States die as a result of bee and wasp attacks. If we consider worldwide attacks, that figure might easily rise to 500. The Japanese giant hornet is a good example. The sting of a Japanese hornet is responsible for up to 40 deaths per year. The venom of the Japanese hornet causes an allergic reaction and dissolves tissues quickly. The group of hornets' constant stinging could also result in death. Japanese hornets are fearless and aggressive. A single hornet is more than capable of destroying 40 individual bees on its own, but these creatures rarely work alone. Each Japanese hornet colony can have up to 700 individuals. They eat honeybee larvae in large quantities. Number 2. Deer. Deer are actually pretty lethal creatures, despite their appearance. In fact, deer-related tragedies kill at least 300 people every year around the world. But why are these typically peaceful creatures responsible for so many deaths? Deer, after all, have horns, and you'd expect that they'd be the biggest source of human deaths. That, however, is incorrect. Yes, there have been documented occurrences of deadly deer horn impalement, although they are extremely rare and infrequent. The most recent case was in October of this year, when a guy in Arkansas was gored to death by a deer he shot and assumed was already dead. Having said that, the vast majority of deer-related fatalities occur when deer cross the road, which typically occurs at twilight or dawn. When you combine that with a drowsy driver, you have a recipe for disaster. Over 150 incidences of motorists running over deer on the highway are documented each year in the United States alone, with tragic effects. Number 1. Lion. Is it really necessary to state the obvious? Lions are cute and cuddly, but they can also be extremely dangerous. That they are renowned as the king of the jungle is not without reason. Once they've decided they want you for dinner, there's not much you can do to get away. So, keep your distance, and if you happen to see one before it notices you, get out of there as quickly as possible. This isn't your typical kitty cat at home. This enormous cat is out to get you and will kill you. What do you think about our video? Please let us know in the comments area below. If you enjoyed this video and would want to hear from me again, please subscribe and turn on the notification before leaving. Thank you for watching us.